Well, did you know that fascia is a detachable covering for the front part of the mobile phone?
Is your fascia bugging you? It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 133. Hello, welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines providing great water for your great wellness. Find out more at waterdistillers.com. So last episode was 20 questions.
Right.
So my first question for you today is your fascia bugging you?
Yeah.
I don't think that question was on the list.
It was not on the list.
But
no.
It is a question that I asked because it's the name of the show for today.
So, do you know what fascia is?
No, I know what fascism is. But
Yes,
I don't think that's related to this, is it?
No. It is definitely
But I'm
not.
I'm sure you're going to tell me what it is.
Yeah. Well, did you know that fascia is a detachable covering for the front part of the mobile phone?
No.
I didn't know
I thought
that
it was
either.
a screen protector. Or is that
I
what
know.
fascia
Well,
is?
when I looked it up online on, the dictionary, that's what it said. That was one of them.
I actually don't like when they build a house. Isn't
Yes.
that the edging up along the roof line fascia?
Yeah, it covers the ends of the rafters.
Ah, yes. So now I should have known that.
Well, you did. You did
Not
know
really. Well, we could
So-
get into a word study, but we don't
I
have
know.
time on this because I'm wondering.
I'm
wondering if fascism has something to do with maybe covering something up. Ooh, but we don't have time. That'll have to be another episode.
That is not what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're not talking about anything political,
No,
and we are not talking
we're not
about
going there.
mobile phones
No.
or the rafters.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
We are talking about part of the body, actually
Okay.
a huge portion of the body,
Can you see it?
indirectly.
Okay.
So fascia is this thin sheath of fibrous tissue encasing muscles, encasing organs, encasing nerves. Any connective tissue is really fascia.
Oh, so it's kind of a connective tissue.
Yeah, and it's all over our body. It goes around the muscles and through the muscles and around the cells and over the nerves and holds the organs in place, holds them up, covers them, and it's super strong.
Wow. So why would it be bugging you?
Because the whole thing is connected. And so if one part gets damaged, scarred, or something like that, it affects the whole body or can affect the other parts of the body.
Ooh.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. And so you might not even realize that an issue in the foot is actually from somewhere else. Could be the hips, could
Because
be...
everything's interconnected.
That's right.
That's right. Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
It is cool.
And it can withstand up to 2,000 pounds of impact or pressure.
Wow.
And that is so that if somebody bumps you or you run into something or you're not like permanently damaged. It's to protect your body.
Okay.
To hold your body together. But part of the issue with that is the fascia doesn't want to be adjusted,
Yeah.
So I was doing, quite a bit of research on it, which was very interesting. And one person that I was following was saying that you have to ask your fascia to adjust itself, adjust from the inside, which what they're saying is do movement with pressure. So the fascia is like kind of underneath the skin, kind of down a little bit, connective tissue. What's the other term? Collagen. So we've all heard of that, especially with, skincare. You want to
Yeah.
have good collagen. Well, it's good connective tissue, which is good fascia. So that's really important. And so, do you have any questions?
Well, you brought up collagen. There's collagen supplements. Does that help improve or support the fascia, or is that a whole different thing?
Well, that like the Young Living's collagen is for like your face, like for your
Okay.
skin on your face. And so it supports that. But I'm kind of talking about maybe some challenges in the back, the neck, the arms, the legs, that
Right.
kind of fascia, which that's not really what that's for.
Okay.
So, so there's also an emotion related to the fascia, because we've talked about that before,
Ooh,
right?
that's interesting.
80% of health problems, maybe even more, have emotional roots.
So what in the world would be associated with fascia?
So the emotion for fascia is fear of feeling emotions. Fear of feeling emotions.
Fear of feeling emotions.
Yes.
Okay, that's the emotion, is the fear of feeling emotions.
Right, which is so American,
Yes. People like to
Feel good.
That's right.
So we don't want to feel bad. We don't want
Yeah.
to cry.
Yeah.
We
And the fascia is kind of protective in general, right?
Right.
So I can see where
kind
that
of
is.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That's where we would store that fear of emotion.
Right. And what's the essential oil that would help in that area?
So Panaway is
Oh,
the essential oil.
that makes sense too. Mm-hmm. Because
Which-
it helps support, when you're sore and things like that.
Dealing with the muscles, and
Yeah.
the fascia covers the muscles and is through the
Aha.
muscles.
This is all adding up.
So isn't that neat?
Yeah.
And the opposite is feeling.
Oh, just feeling, a normal
So-
feeling.
Yeah, just feeling the feelings.
Okay. Feeling the feelings.
Because the negative
Or
side
maybe
is
even addressing the feelings or facing them head on and not stuffing them or
Yeah.
ignoring them.
So often, if there's a negative feeling that we do not want to feel, if we allow ourselves to feel it, just like literally feel the emotion, whether it's anxiety or something bad,
Yeah.
something negative that we don't like to feel, so we stuff it, it lasts about a minute and a half.
Really?
It doesn't last very long.
Oh,
But we still don't want to feel it, so we stuff it. But if we would feel it, it releases
yeah.
from our body and we're not stuffing it.
Yeah.
So it's a good practice to actually feel the feelings. And sometimes, there's times we don't want to feel the feelings. But if you can remember the feeling and then bring it up later and go back to what was going on and actually feel the feeling, it will work through your body and let it go.
Yeah. That's like Panaway too. So, sometimes you are feeling something not so good and you put it on and it feels really good afterwards. So you're feeling the good feeling.
Right. And then the lesson is I let go and allow,
Okay.
which is like feeling the feeling.
That's right. Yeah. And facing it head on.
That's right. And so the place to put that Panaway is like right at the top of where the thumb meets the wrist.
Oh.
So that would be on both hands. And then it's where like the hip flexes,
Yes.
kind of on the side of the body, where it bends. Where the leg,
It's sore after working out.
yeah, the leg and the hip, kind of what you think the hip is, right where it bends on the side. That is where you would put the Panaway. And so applying the Panaway there, smelling the Panaway, releasing the fear of emotion and feeling the emotion is going to also help not only just feel the emotion and let go of that type of stress in your body, but it's also going to help your fascia relax. And move better. So fascia, since it's around everything and it can get injured in one place, and some of the examples are like a spider web. Like if you damage a spider web in one part, I mean, that whole thing kind of collapses on itself.
Right.
It just, part of it stays up, but part of it just goes down. And so you can kind of think about fascia like that. And I saw another video on fascia where they had like this bodysuit on this guy, and then they pulled it down at one hip, and he had a hard time walking. He had a hard time raising his arms because the fascia was pulling, because it was kind of damaged in one area.
Right.
So she says that when our fascia is healthy, we feel light and buoyant and springy.
Nice.
And fascia, you want it to be hydrated, so you want to be drinking plenty of water.
Like it?
Yep. And have electrolytes in the water and salt so you can absorb it. Like AminoWise is a great
Yes, that's the
thing
one we
to
use every
drink.
day too.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Little
Well, it's good
salt.
to know there's some products. So we've got Panaway, we've got AminoWise. What else did you like? There's what else can you say to help in this situation?
So, the other thing is that fascia can like shrink down because of damage, and so it can get really tight. So even if you're feeling like numbness and tingling in places, it could be the fascia that's too tight. And so doing emotional release, and we have our emotional release podcast.
Yes, if you go to Hunt4Wellness.com and you can put in feelings or emotions, and it'll list all the episodes that kind of touched on that. But we've actually done a couple different ones. And the emotional release technique we went in depth in that in one episode. So if you type in emotional release technique, you should be able to find that right there in the search all episodes, because there's so many now that they can't fit all on one page.
Yeah. So it's kind of a big topic.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you more about the way essential oils can help with it. There are methods like applying pressure and friction and movement with it. Our good friend Tim Borowski with Axon
Good
Movement.
old Tim,
He can help you with fascia release as well.
There's not a lot of people that do it, but it is out there. Acupuncture is not really...
And massage is not the answer either, because this is
it's a little bit different, because you're applying kind of some pressure on an area
with movement.
With movement, right? But it's not a massage,
right?
Yeah. So if people want to reach out to us, if you go to Hunt4Wellness.com, we have the blue connect button. And if you need information on how to be directed to resources like good old Tim or other things like that, we'd be happy to discuss that with you as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Any last thing before we head off into fascia world? We're going to put an end to the show.
I really think that everybody could check into their fascia. And pay attention, fascia attention. Because I think everybody has had some injuries, damages, falls, various things can impact the fascia, and it can feel better. We can feel better.
And we're trying to restore it.
That's right, because we want to live healthy, happy, with good movement.
Yes.
It's important to be able to move well throughout our whole lifetime.
Yes. Awesome. Well, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines providing great water for your great wellness and even your fascia. I'm sure it helps your fascia as well.
Yes.
Check it out at waterdistillers.com and come back next time. We're going to be feeling great, because we're going to have done a little fascia treatment on ourselves. But we'll be back for the next episode of Hunt for Wellness.